We live now, but hey, Larry, we've been getting our asses
Boy, punished over these past couple
punished,
weeks, man.
man. Like I don't,
November
bro,
got different.
bro. At this point, bro, like any capper that says they picking some of these games right, I'm like, you lying. You got
Definitely
multiple.
lying.
You got multiple tickets out.
Multiple tickets.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, because I mean, I do that too. But like my main tickets, like last week, I put Ohio State, and I gotta stop doing that, bro. Bro. Every time I think a team is a lock, I'm like, all right, I know they're not gonna win by 20. I'm gonna take 7 points off. I know they're gonna win by at least 13. I'm like, I know for a fact they winning by 30, bro. I put that
Man,
team in like 4 tickets. They all get smoked. I could go down to weeks. Ohio State was last week. The week before that, I think it was Bama. Like I'm like, bro, I don't know what to
yeah,
do.
Bama, that didn't make no damn sense.
Ole Miss too when they lost to Florida. I mean, lost to Florida at home. I'm like, bro, they trying to make the playoffs, bro. I know Florida is going to make it tough, but I'm like, I just can't take Florida. And lo and behold, I was wrong as fuck.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I know this a betting channel and all, but when it comes to rivalry games,
It's hard.
I'm not making a donation
Yeah, facts.
because like that level of emotion is just different, man. Like I don't know what y'all coming with. You know what I'm saying? Michigan, like after Michigan lost 2 games, their whole season was about beating Ohio State.
Facts. Facts.
Like,
Like they didn't care about nothing else. They could have lost
I
every
I bet you they had at least 5 people who literally spent the whole season studying Ohio State.
facts. And what did we say multiple times? Ohio State goes as far as their quarterback.
What do you think? What do you think Connor Scallion was doing besides coaching Bryce Underwood?
Facts. But the thing, bro, Josh Pate has said it well. He said, I don't think Ohio State currently respects the rivalry the way Michigan.
No, they
Like
don't.
they they on some like it's another game, it's rivalry. Like, nah, Michigan is like, I don't like these people over there. I don't like if you wear red. I don't like if you wear gray, silver. You got stars on your head. I don't like nothing about you.
None
I
of
don't
that
like your
shit.
mama. I don't like your daddy. I don't like your brother. I don't like your grandma. That's how Michigan treats it. Ohio State treats it as I don't like you.
Yeah, Ohio State trying to be cool with it.
Yeah, nah, cool. Like, bro, nah, this ain't. We finna get in the phone booth and we
Nah,
finna
this shit
fight.
running deep. Like, if
Yeah,
I see you in the workforce, I'm not hiring you. Type
you
shit. Like,
facts. Like it's like that. Like,
it's deep.
bro, I
Mm.
have one of those things and have no idea how to use it.
I did Roomba shit.
I've had it for like 3 years.
Yeah, bro.
I don't. When you get it, when you figure it out, send me the instructions because I have no idea. It's literally sitting in my garage. I was given to it like 4 years ago. I was like, I don't know how this shit works, man.
Bro,
And I don't have,
it's way more parts than I thought it would be.
bro. Listen, um, that's exactly how I felt with that rumor when I got it.
Like,
But
why is the filter not in there? Then what the hell is this?
they make things harder than what it needs to be.
I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Um. So, man, I bro, one thing I did notice this year about the conference championship games, all the spreads are tight. You know why? Because years before it used to be East and West divisions. So like Iowa being that whack ass division over there, and then they come to the Big Ten championship game, the spread's a million.
Yeah.
Um, but now it's the two best teams in the conference. So I get why that Oregon Penn State spread. It's the two best teams. I don't think you could sit there and set a line with Oregon being better than Penn State by more than 7 points. But
No.
we can start there. Man, I don't know who to pick. I can't confidently say, I think Oregon's the better team, but not by much. I think I have a problem with everybody. Every single bracket I've seen, Larry, you know how it goes, bro.
Everyone got Oregon #1.
Every single bracket, they like, okay, it's going to be Texas #1, Texas #2. Or I'm telling you, bro, we've seen this. What we had all the brackets, Ohio State playing Oregon. Every single bracket had Ohio State playing Oregon and Texas playing pretty much Georgia or somebody else.
Georgia. Mm-hmm.
And it never, ever, ever works out like that, bro. That's solely why I'm picking Penn State. I'm picking Penn. It's off the strength. They like, Well, shit, hell, we got a football team here too. Like, why is Oregon just a pinned in for the number one seed?
Penn State has a good football team, and they have an unencumbered football team.
Yeah,
Like they don't get messed with by the media a lot. Like they get to not feel all that pressure and stuff like that. They don't have no pressure. They just swinging for the fence.
and
They
they
get
don't
thrown
need.
there as
And they
underdogs.
wasn't supposed to be there.
We're not supposed to be here. And like if this was last year, I think Oregon's team, I would pick them without a doubt. But
Oh, for sure.
Dylan Gabriel is good, but he is not what Bo Nix was doing, in my opinion.
Nope.
That defensive line ain't like it was last year. Defensive line was crazy last year. They're good though, but I think Oregon, like this is still the same team, even though it was 2 months ago. They beat Boise State by a touchdown.
Yeah,
Like,
not even
so, right?
tree. So with the teaser, I mean, I'm gonna make a couple tickets on both sides. I think the under is in play. I don't think Oregon scoring third. Man. What do you think the score of this game is? They both average like right at 30 points a game. Penn State's defense gives up 12, gives up 1.6 touchdowns a game. Oregon gives up 1.
I think the winning team will be 26 or under, and the losing team will be no more than 20 or 17.
Yeah, I think this is a tight game.
So I don't think they get 50. I don't think they get over 50 points total.
I don't think so either, bro. And I think Oregon can score, but it don't matter what you could do up the field. It's when you get to that red zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both defenses. I think Penn State's red zone defense is a little bit better than Oregon's, but I think Oregon, man, bro, this is a tight game. I just don't. I think Oregon has some really good wide receivers,
Mm-hmm.
And from what my research, I think Penn State problem last year was their corners were bad, and they went into the portal. They got 2 all-conference or all-American corners out there, so that's going to be the battle. And they run a lot of man coverage. So that was the only thing I was a little concerned about is they run a lot of man coverage. They're going to put those guys out there. And they're going to say we're putting our guys on your guys. However, Larry, Penn State's pass rushers are really good.
Wicked.
Wicked.
And I'll tell you this though. Who else did they play who had a star-studded wide receiver cast?
Jeremiah Smith.
And how many points did they put up?
7. Okay. They only put up 13. They got a pick
Now,
6.
Will Howard is better than Will Howard is worse than Dylan Gabriel for sure. And so I'll get them an extra touchdown. So they might get 20 on offense.
They might get 28
on offense, they might get 20. They gotta get a turnover.
Yeah. Yeah. So who do you think wins the game?
I would like to see Penn State win it, but they just have a history of just fouling away big games against tough opponents.
Oregon is 0-2 in championship games. I mean, they lost to Washington. Bruh, I'm telling you, bruh. Oh my God.
Wasn't it the Penn State coach who like 47-1 when he's not playing against Michigan?
Yeah, when he don't play against, so his stat is so confusing, dog. So he's like 44-2 versus everybody not named Michigan and Ohio State, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's also 0-5 versus top 5 opponents, which usually are Michigan, Ohio State. They did lose to Ole Miss last year in the bowl game, but I'm not counting that. They opt outs, and you know how shit go. But
judge that.
Yeah, so like they don't lose to nobody. If you're not named Michigan, Ohio State, they don't really lose to you. And then Oregon is in that caliber team. But man, Oregon, they've done this to me 4 years in a row. I watched it. I took them twice to beat Washington in the championship game. The year before that, they played Utah 2 weeks in a row. Utah smoked them in the regular. I was like, there's no way Utah is smoking them in the Pac-12 championship game. I remember where I was at. They smoked them almost by an identical score.
Damn.
I don't think Oregon has not won a championship game in I don't know how long. And this is
Dan Lanning, though.
he didn't win last year or the year before. Mario Cristobal didn't win, or him.
You're right. Kellen DeBoer gave him the work over in the Pac-12 last year.
Yeah. So
I
I
think
don't
if I
think
had to,
I don't. If
like,
I had to pick, I would take Oregon. If I had to
if I had to
pick,
put my feet to the fire, I'd pick Oregon.
yeah,
But I
I'm
think
picking Oregon.
I wouldn't be super comfortable with it. Though.
But how much though?
Oregon's gonna win by less than 10 points, 7 points.
I got it right at like 8, 7, 10 that's a lot. In a championship game, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points to be losing by 10.
I agree.
That's a lot of points, bro. That means you were not supposed to be there if you lost by 10.
That's very true. That's back in the East and West and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad that shit over with.
So glad. All right, so if let's just say we don't hit the options for 2 tickets, and we'll worry about the third later. So what would be you want to
What's
go?
the
You want to
what's
go
the
under for the Penn State game, under 57 and a half,
Yep.
or Oregon. I mean, Penn State not to lose by 10 and a half, or Oregon to win by 3.
I would take Penn State not to lose by more than 10 and a half.
So out
And
of
that
those,
under for sure.
so in order, under 50. You like that first?
Under would be first. And
So
then I
it'd be
would
with the
do
7-point team. I think it'd be Oregon. I think it'd be Oregon not to lose by 4 or 3. Let me see. It would be Oregon plus 3.5 or Penn State. So you got the under 57, Penn State plus 10.5, Oregon plus 3.5.
Okay, I would do Oregon plus 3.5. I don't think they were gonna. I don't think Penn State puts up enough points.
Okay.
Um,
First
I
or
didn't first, and then
okay.
second, I would do the under on points, and then third, I would do Penn State
All
plus
right.
10.5. But I'm comfortable with all of those.
Okay. Man, bro, I swear, bro, I did this with these niggas like 2 years in a row, dog. It was Oregon fate, bro. I got the line right at 3.5. They lost by 3. I remember, never forget. It was a 13-point teaser, and I got them because I think they were favored over Washington by like 10,
Yeah.
and they lost by 3. But I had them at 3.5. I was so happy. So I'm just so scarred with Oregon. So we'll go. For me personally, I like the under as my first. I like the Oregon 3.5 is the 2, and I like Penn State. I forgot I like them all. I like all 3 of them.
I like them all. Yeah.
Yeah, I like them all. I think this is a tight game to where, bro. Nobody better get smoked in this game.
Ain't no Michael Penix. I know Dylan Gabriel is in the Heisman, but he shouldn't be.
Yeah, at all.
Ain't no Michael Penix. Ain't no Bo Nix. This is a game.
Yeah, this is a game.
So
So
I think it's gonna be close.
So how much do you think, mathematically, how much do you think each quarterback is worth? If you had to put a number on it. And 1 through 7. Home field is like 2.5 points, 3. What would you think the quarterback would be worth?
Drew for Penn State he's a little bit better than a game manager. Like he can make a play here and there.
Yeah. So you would put him
Dylan,
at 3 points, 4 points,
how about 4?
and Dylan Gabriel at what?
5.
Okay, so there you go. I mean that's 5. That's not a huge difference.
No.
That's under a touchdown for both of them. Okay, so we'll do that. So we can both settle with the Oregon. Well, that means we're gonna have to make 3 tickets, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
Okay, so the first one we'll start out with our option 1. What you want option 1 to be out of those 3?
I know you don't want it, but I would say the Oregon plus 3.5.
I'm gonna go with it, man. God, I swear, but that's my second option. My
Your
first
first would be the under.
Yeah, the under 50. And
I like that too.
honestly, no, I'm gonna go with what I said all week. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna change it. I got Penn State. My first or second would be Penn State 10.5. My under would be 1 or 2, and the Oregon plus 3.5 would be
All
the
right, that's a
three.
bet. I'm cool with that too.
Because, bro, because if you're giving me points, bro, all I have to do is keep it close for 3.5 quarters. Because if the favorite is up by 3, they're not gonna mash the gas with 4 minutes left. Even if they do score, it's still 10.5. But Oregon, they'll probably win. But man, 57 points. That's a lot of what's that? Let's just call it 58. That's 24-24.
That's
20.
29-29.
I don't know.
Ohio State and Oregon was 31-32.
Yeah, but that was at Oregon.
Right. And so I don't think Penn State can score as well as Ohio State. And I think
Okay.
it plays more into like Ohio State was more willing to get in the shootout with Oregon than Penn State is.
Yeah.
Penn State's not doing that.
No. No. So you thinking shootout or you thinking phone booth game?
Phone booth game.
Well, if it's a phone booth game, then that definitely don't.
That under has got to, yeah.
And they don't give me no confidence in Oregon, because if it's a shootout, then you know what? I think this is going to be a phone, because the over under is only at 50. That doesn't scream a shootout.
Nope.
All right, so
I think we could take that under first. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that under first, and then we'll come back to the other one. All right, so we'll do under 57.5. Just for, bro, I swear on my luck, bro. I'm like, all right, 7 times 6 is what? 56.
7 times 6 is 42.
42. 7 times 8 is 56.
Yep.
Right. So I'm like, all right. So these motherfuckers got to score 8 touchdowns.
8 touchdowns.
Okay, in a field goal. I'm like, okay, if I'm on FanDuel, I would take it up to 59.5. Because no, 59.5. Bro, I swear with my luck, bro, niggas will score 60. I don't know how they got it. So I'm like, oh, if I put it at 60, they'll score 61. I put it at 60, they'll score 62. I'd be like, bro, how did you get this number? How? If I put it at a random ass number like 57.5, they'll get 58. I'm like, bro, how did you get 58?
They spying on your ticket.
Bro, how did you get 58? So that means you got 55 plus 3. That's like, what number makes 55 in football? But when I put it on, it's a fucking way. All right. So we'll go to Penn State under. Next up, I'm very intrigued by this game, this Friday game. UNLV Boise State. This is another one. Josh did say it right. I see it both ways. Everybody has just got Boise penciled in for whatever the fuck seed they're supposed to be. I'm like, bro, no, it's a lot of football left. They could lose.
Yeah, they could use it. They almost did the first time they played. They won by like what, 3
or 10 or something. But UNLV, they got to the red zone like 9 times, and their red zone.
I don't think it was 10. I don't think they won by 10, bro.
Bro, their red zone.
I think it's like 27-24 maybe or something like that.
Their red zone offense was atrocious.
Terrible,
bro.
I think, yeah.
29-24.
29-24.
I do think it's going to be a shootout, though.
Mm-hmm. I think it comes down to, okay, Ashton Jeanty is trying to make his case. Now, they can go one or two ways. Either he's going to show up and show out, or they would try to force it to him too much and he not show out.
Yep.
Right, and they lose. I'm not really betting against a guy who got 2,300 rushing yards to not show up in the game. That's like looking at Derrick Henry and like, oh, they're gonna stop him today.
No, you're not. He gets
looking at Mark Ingram. That's like Mark Ingram at Alabama. You like, they gonna stop him. No, like, so I think Boise State.
So do you think Boise gonna win?
I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win.
Because it's like, bro, like nobody wants to see UNLV in the playoffs.
Oh, they're not going. They're not going. Yeah. So hold on, no.
Oh, but then would it be Tulane though if they beat Army?
No, because Tulane got 3 losses. It's over for them.
Over with. Then Army ain't gonna win that game. So yeah,
And
I think
Army,
Boise State is the only viable Group of 5 team.
yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, I think Boise's probably gonna win. But I think it's gonna be this ain't gonna be no phone booth game. I don't think it's gonna be a phone booth game.
It's
I
gonna
really
take a
don't.
Heisman moment.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, if this is a phone booth game, you're not a Heisman candidate. This should
Yeah,
not be no fucking phone booth game. Phone booth is
yeah.
like 20, 21, 21, 21, 27, 24, 21. I think it's gonna be like
I need some
42.
42 points from somebody. Yeah,
I think somebody's getting 42.
38.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think both teams will be in the 30s.
yeah. I can see this being like a 65, 69 point total
Bruh,
game.
it's on Friday. So, okay, so neither one of us are going to take. So, I mean, it would be Boise 3.5. I mean, 10.5. So you got 10.5. Again, we got another one where it's 10.5. Boise plus 3.5. Over 57.5. So with the teaser, it'd be over 50.
I'm going over 50 for sure.
Yeah, they definitely going over 50. And if I'm going to know fucking something if they don't go over 50.
Yeah.
Because even with turnovers, man, if they turn the ball over a shirt side of the field, I would equate a turnover at like 3 points. Like a turnover should equal 3.
UNLV can score.
They can
Like,
score.
they get in the box.
So what if you're looking at a common about the school's head coach? If you're looking at a common opponent, or
They played each other.
That too, they played each other. But besides that, are you looking at how they fared against ranked teams or just conference? Like
In
good
conference,
teams,
probably. Good teams in conference. I can't really look at because I don't think either one of them played any. Well, Ashton Genty played against Oregon.
so Boise
Other than
averages
that, they didn't play
35.
anybody else.
Boise averages 35.6 points a game. I mean UNLV,
Mm-hmm.
and Boise averages 39.2.
About to say for 38 or yeah, they're gonna. There's gonna be over 50. But because like what their defense been doing?
They've Boise been in pretty low scoring games, but I'm to the mean of the number. I'm like, bro, you can have 2 good games of your defense, but if you have 10, if you're giving up 30, I'll take my odds that you get another 30 again. UNLV gives up 22.7 the last 3 games, 17. On the way, they give up 22. Home, they give up 24. Boise gives up 24. Last 3 games, 17. They give up 23 on the road and 18 at home.
So they basically giving up 22 to 25 points a game to regular teams.
Yeah.
And so you put them against prolific offenses on defense, they're gonna give up more than 25 points apiece.
Okay, so UNLV versus Syracuse, 41-44. UNLV versus Fresno, 59-14. I don't see anybody else. Kansas was ass when they first played them. 20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was 23-20. Houston was terrible. They beat them 27-7, so they scored 27 on them.
Houston defense is actually pretty good.
They do. Their defense, their offense just fucking stinks.
Terrible. Quarterback. The quarterback was 11 for 11 for 95 yards.
Boise
and
played
the
Utah
first
State.
good win they had.
It was 62-30.
Yeah, they getting in the box.
Wyoming was 17-13. Oregon State was 34-18. So all the good teams, Washington State, UNLV, that's about it. All Oregon, they all scored 24 plus points on them. So at the minimum, both of them get 24 points. That's 48
Mm-hmm.
right there.
We just need a field
So
goal.
all we need is a field goal. Somebody hit. I'll take that. Okay, what would be the second? What would be the second? I definitely wouldn't take no fucking under.
No, I wouldn't either. So it's gonna be UNLV plus 10.5, and then
Yep,
Boise plus three
three
and a
and a
half,
half.
something like that. I think Boise plus 3.5 would be the smart choice here.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I think UNLV 10.5, like they lost by 5 last time, and like you got to electrifying player like Ashton Genty. All it takes is one more run where he slips through some shit, and that
yeah,
young man does not fall. Like so,
yeah. I like
yeah.
that. Okay. So we got. Okay, so we'll come back to the next Friday game. We'll go to
Because
this.
they held him bottled up in that first game. Like he
They
didn't really
did.
get off.
They did.
And so imagine if they don't bottle him up all the way. Like
No,
you,
they're not.
it's like bro, playing against Ashton Genty or a good running back like that. It's like being a really good defensive, like a really good corner playing against a top wide receiver. You can shut them down all game. I'll take one play.
One play, and you did. It
One
don't matter.
play.
It don't matter what you did for the whole game. Cooked.
Nope.
That's all we remember for it. All we remember. Prime example: Georgia, Alabama, Ryan Williams, catch, spin. We don't remember shit else before the game. We just remember.
Nope.
All right, so we got Penn State game under with the 7-point teaser. Boise game over with the 7-point teaser. We'll come back to the secondary picks. Moving on to the last game of conference championship is Clemson SMU. So everybody's got ties to this game. Oh, God. This is why this is the last game of championship week. This is exactly why this is the last game of championship. They are not slick when they do scheduling. This shit is at 8:00. This is at 8:00 Saturday. This is the last championship game. So this game is going to determine the committee's bracket.
The order of everything. Yeah.
Everything. So this game right here is going to be the tricky one. Is you either don't bet it or you got a strong lean on it because it's one of those national televised games where everybody's going to be watching and some fuck shit going to happen. I'm telling you, it never fails. Like
Under
when
the
Florida
lights.
State played Louisville, the game was under. I don't think Florida State, they scored one offensive touchdown. Louisville looked hard. I mean, it's going to be one of them games, bro. It's going to be one of them games. Clemson plus 2.5, SMU minus 2.5, over 55.5, under 55.5. 7-point teaser would take Clemson to plus 9.5. It would take SMU plus 5.5, I think. 4.5.
I think I'm gonna take SMU with the point.
Me too, but goddamn, man, I just fuck.
But you know, it is Dabo. You know, he deserves a little more respect than that.
Yeah, he do. Like he's a championship winning coach, but man, you got all the good teams they played this year. They got buzzsawed. Louisville buzzsawed them. Georgia buzzsawed them. South Carolina came back and buzzsawed them. So every last game that they played, they were a good team. They got smoked. On the other hand, SMU didn't play nobody but BYU, and they lost. Other than that, they've killed everybody.
BYU was a different team earlier on in the season than they are right now.
If SMU played BYU right now, there's no way
They would smack them.
And I don't think the quarterback played that game, or he was hurt. They were still going through their little 2 quarterback. I don't think he played that much. So, man, this is going to determine the brackets.
I'm gonna be honest. SMU, the amount of money that they got, and that's a Texas team. That's a Texas roster, and it's not like no JV Texas roster. Like they got a big boy roster because they got big boy donors over there. Like all of the billionaires that I personally know, their kids go to SMU.
Yeah,
every single one. Like so, I think I look at SMU, man. Like them dudes, they ain't walk in. They not playing no games. They're paying to play against the ACC teams.
Yeah, they're not playing. If I had to pick, I'm taking SMU, but we can leave it off the ticket and just watch for free. Um,
Facts. You can do that.
I just
And
want to look at. I can look and
them
laugh, but I think SMU gonna win the game.
and then like we've been saying about Clemson all year, man. Them skill positions being the inside of that flag color. That's
Yeah,
I mean, what can you I mean, shout out to what's his name? Cooper Dijon or whatever, busting tail, but it's like, bro, come on,
yeah. Man,
man.
we can leave it alone. But if you want to pick, I'm taking. I would take SMU, um,
Yeah.
money line. Um, all right, Georgia, Texas. So Georgia would be Texas would be plus. Um, Texas would be plus 4.5. Georgia would be plus 9.5. Over unders 49.5. Um, this is another one where
It's gonna go over 49 and a half.
you think so?
Yeah, you
Oh
got
no.
Quinn Ewers slash um Arch Manning on one side.
Yeah, but Georgia,
This
Texas defense is fucking ferocious, bro. They ferocious, bro. They got caught slipping. They played Georgia at the wrong time.
they
But
did.
look, I found a stat for you. Georgia, when they played Texas, the first like 5 or 6 drives, they started on the Texas 28, Texas 32, Texas 36, Texas 25. And
Short
Texas, like
field.
5 of their 12 drives started on Texas. That shit's not happening this week. Not this game.
No.
Nope.
I
It ain't
think I
happening.
think I think Texas wins this game.
Yeah, I think Texas wins.
Which is crazy after how they got killed the first game to say
I
that.
think,
But Georgia is a far worse team. I don't think Texas is a whole lot better. I think Quinn Ewers is a lot healthier than he was
yeah,
in that game. Because like he was a shell of himself
yeah, he
early on
was.
in that game, in my opinion. There's nothing against him. I don't think he's a top 2 quarterback in this draft, but I think he's still a good
I think
quarterback.
top 5 in
Um,
college quarterback.
yeah, yeah, in the draft, I think he's yeah. So like, I think he's more than serviceable to put up 30 against Georgia's
Georgia can't run the
defense.
ball. They can't
Yeah,
run.
simply, but
They can't run the ball. They,
no,
bro. I'm that game. It was easy for me to pick Georgia because the fix was in and the narrative was there. Everybody was taking Texas, saying that they were bigger, faster, stronger. You know, it
that's
was,
a crazy thing to say.
bro.
That's a crazy thing to
That's
say.
a crazy thing. Everybody was saying that shit on. I mean, I have clips of people saying like, "Yo, like they are just bigger and like." Have you lost your fucking mind? Don't let those boring uniforms that block GUGA.
If you find a team that's bigger, faster, stronger than
It's an
than
NFL team.
Georgia, they're and I'm about to say they playing in the league, bro. They play on Sundays.
There's no way. There's no way. I was laughing. I was like, "Are you fucking nuts? Are you not know football?" Like don't ever say no crazy shit like that. There's no team in the country that is bigger, faster, stronger than Georgia. Now,
No.
better on like just one player's better than the other, cool. But bigger, faster, stronger, absolutely fucking not. There's no program on the place of this earth that is in college football that is bigger, faster, stronger than Georgia. Then you put Texas up there. Shit, hell, that's it. Dude, maybe
You got Michigan and Ohio. You
I
got
was
Michigan
going to
and
say
Ohio State.
Michigan, but I
Those
didn't want
two.
people to be offended. I was going to say Michigan is probably just because the way they're built.
The biggest, fastest, strongest teams in the country are Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, Alabama, Penn State.
Yep.
That's what it's going to be every single year.
And low key,
Um,
one can say, even though they suck, Florida.
yeah, like the teams that's got honorable mentions after that, I'm gonna say you got Florida, Texas A&M, LSU, um,
Old Miss.
Tennessee, Ole Miss, like teams like that. Like that's where you got some of them athletes that's like, yeah, we out here, we came to do that. But like,
Yeah. But
no,
yeah. So, and also,
Clemson used to be, but
yeah, Clemson, no, I'm sorry. Now, their trench work, their D line, always going to
yeah,
be up there with Georgia and them. But man, I've been kind of right on Georgia all year and picking their games, and except for the Alabama game, but that was just out of fucking control. Like I've never seen that. That was just there was no, and they should have won the game. They came back, but keep in mind, Larry, they played 6 hours last Friday, 7 overtimes. Meanwhile, Texas handled business and went home.
Yep.
So,
got up out of there.
As a staff and how football works, if you play 7 overtimes, that's a 6-hour game. There's no way you're practicing on Sunday. And there's no way you're practicing on Monday. You just can't. You can't. No. You're going to
you can't.
Helmets and tops on
shells.
Wednesday. Shells.
You're going to be on shells on Thursday.
And
then you back and back off.
And then you back. So you have 1 day of practice. If I had to guess, there's no way you're playing contact football Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is probably anything your only full day. So with Kirby's staff, if I had to guess, they're probably very meticulous in the film room this week because you can't practice. They're doing walkthrough. That game went on way too long.
Yeah, and I think like the gamesmanship in this game has been kind of interesting because it's like, okay, Texas really waited until they played their rivalry game to play Arch and Quinn Ewers a good bit both and like have packages for them both to really get off. I think that was a way to make Georgia waste as much time as possible preparing for shit that's not about to happen. Arch Manning is not about to get half the snaps this game, but they got to prepare. They got to prepare for him. Yeah. So it's like you make it. Somebody's up right now watching Arch Manning tape for them.
But also, Larry, I will say, God damn, did you see what Haynes King did? Arch could do that twice as better and throw it.
Yeah.
So
I like Haynes King.
Bro,
I like
do you realize UMass ran for 212 yards on Georgia?
Yeah, you ain't standing in front of Texas doing that.
And do you realize that Texas got manhandled the first game? Do you think that's going to happen again?
Nah, this right here is them boys trying to get their bonuses down there.
Yeah, listen,
I bet you they got some Christmas bonuses on the way. Hey, you want some more money?
Go out there and beat Georgia.
Go out there and ball. Give me some pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Because Texas had like the highest paid offensive line a couple years ago.
So,
and I doubt they'd come off of that.
So Texas plus 4.5, over under. So over 42.5 or under.
Over 42.5 all day. We are not about
really?
to watch a. Yes, bro. Like this is not an Iowa game.
Okay, that'll be the second ticket. All right.
Like 42. That's 3 touchdowns apiece.
Yeah, but could Georgia get that?
They're going to get at least 2.
Yeah, but I don't think. Well, yeah.
They're going to get 2.
Texas is scoring 21. Let me see what they got the projected score to be.
17 or something, probably.
They got Texas at 26.5 points and Georgia at 23.5.
That is 50 points.
So you think they can get that though?
I think that Georgia.
I don't think Georgia get 23.
But I think they'll get 17.
28 plus 17 is what? 40.
28.
43.
That's 45.
Oh yes, 45. Yeah, yo, I swear, this shit is 21-14. I'm gonna fucking slap somebody.
She's gonna be 26-18.
Yeah, stupid shit.
No, that's 40. Yeah.
So we'll go. So we're not taking Georgia any picks. No, I don't think it's necessary. All right. Moving along. Tulane Army.
Tulane's gonna win this game.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't. You know how hard it is to win a conference championship with the running the ball, triple options and stuff.
And bro, I called the Memphis game. I knew it, bro. I fucking knew it. I was like, bro, it's just some of those spots where you just catching a team in a bad time. Like you had everything to lose. Memphis had nothing to lose, and they took you out the conference championship game. I mean, they took you out of the playoff. Now you're in the conference championship game. I think you refocus. I think they do beat. I think they do beat Army. Not much to talk about. I don't know about any. I don't know any over unders in the game. It could go either way. I'll just the next ticket.
Yeah,
They just,
yeah. I'm not, but like to try to win a conference championship with a triple, like with an option, like bro, think about how hard that is, bro. It's like
yeah,
you cannot go down.
yeah,
You can't go down by 3.
yeah. You facts. You can't. You can't. You can't. If you get down by 7, you're fucking cooked. And you don't score that next drive, you're done. All right, we're looking good so far. Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. I have no idea. I've never watched them. I looked at them on a stat board, and they both play good defense.
I'm gonna go with Western Kentucky because my boy, one of my high school teammates, Nick, he played
There
at
it is.
Louisville and then went over there for his
There it is.
graduate season.
So it'll
So I'm
be
going with
Western Kentucky plus 11. They just played last week.
yeah. I'll take them. Plus, yeah,
They, oh, this nigga fumbled. Let's see. They just played West Kentucky beat them 19 to 17.
mm-hmm.
Okay, well then there you go.
You say you can get them plus 11.
Yeah,
That's a no-brainer.
yeah, facts.
That might be the best pick the whole time.
Facts. Navy. Oh no, that's next week. Iowa, Arizona State. Your favorite conference?
Iowa State, Arizona State. I think Arizona State is gonna. Cam Scatterbo is really good.
He good, bro. But Iowa State's defense is good too.
Yeah, and the thing is, Arizona State's best receiver came from Colorado, Jordan Tyson. He had a great year at freshman year at
I
Colorado
think
right before
Arizona
Deion got
starting
there.
wide
But
receivers
he's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah.
Jordan Tyson, he's hurt.
Okay, thought so. I mean, we could leave that game alone.
Yeah,
I
I think it'll.
that's literally a donation for me. I have
Yeah, it's a
literally no idea.
donation.
I literally have no idea with that game. That's 50-50 to me. You can either play the over under. Over would be 42.5. Under would be 56.5.
Yeah, under 42
Again, I have
and a
no
half.
under 56.5 or over 42.5. I have no idea for that game.
Iowa State. Do they score like that? Because I know that like they beat
No.
Iowa this year, but it was very low scoring game.
No, they don't score like that. They play defense.
Right. And I know what's the name went crazy last week. Arizona State went crazy on the scoreboard last week, but they was playing Arizona. Arizona's trash.
Trash. So
Oh, snap,
Iowa
look it up.
State, they won 29-21 against Kansas State, 31-28 against Utah, 34-17 against Cincinnati, lost to Kansas 46-45. They lost to Texas Tech 22-23, beat UCF 38-35, West Virginia 28-16, Baylor 43-21, Houston 20-0, Arkansas State 52-7, Iowa 20-19.
Yeah. I think
I don't know.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think Arizona State's gonna win this game though. But it's crazy, bro. I'm watching myself. Look at this.
I
Look
know.
at
I
my
was
TV.
about to say, what is
It's crazy.
that boy
Oh,
Larry
shit.
famous. That's lit. All right, well, so do you want to put that on we got 2 tickets to make. We got Marshall in Louisiana next, and Miami, Ohio, and Ohio.
Man, I'm gonna be real. Those are teams that's like I can't sit here and act like I watch them teams play. You know
Me
what I'm
either.
saying? Constantly. Like I might have caught a
Me either.
play or two here and there, but nothing crazy.
They just played each other last week.
Hmm.
Literally.
Damn.
So Western Kentucky. Let me see. I think Iowa coaches interviewing for different jobs too.
Iowa State, yeah, probably.
No, Iowa. Not Miami, Ohio. Iowa Bobcats. Did they play? Yeah, they played earlier the year. Miami, Ohio won 30-20, and they're playing again on a neutral field.
Hmm.
I have no idea, bro.
The fuck?
Like I have no idea. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to the people that's watching. So that would be a game. We need 6.
What they saying? Don't give me the line. I
Yeah,
think I'll be better off. Like we can't double up on one game. Like
I mean, if we're gonna double up, it's just that when you do shit like that, man, that's a real sweat. So you got them, you fuck around in Boise. You know, Boise is up by 3, and you need them to score, but it's only like 3 minutes left, and they just ticking the ball, and you need them to score a touchdown to hit the over. That shit, or you could have just took the over off and been worried about the spread. So that should be that
yeah,
should be tough to
it's
have
rough.
2 and 2. Um, oh, he missed it. Oh no, he made it. So we got for one team, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we got 5. We got 5. So we could either go with a 5-leg ticket or Marshall, Louisiana. Marshall plus 5.5 with the teaser would be 12.5. Louisiana. I think the Miami Ohio game might go under. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not picking that SMU Clemson game. I'm not doing that because I'm having a watch party. I want to just watch in peace.
That's the best thing to do whenever you're doing that.
Yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
not. Nah, bro. Nah, we having a watch party. I'm straight. Like
Yeah,
I want.
you gotta be a Clemson fan. You gotta be a
Yeah,
Clemson
I'm just
fan.
trying to watch the game and enjoy the game. And I think Clemson's gonna win? Probably not. But if they win, that would be fine with me. That would be fine with me. That would be fine with me. I picked the South Carolina game, right? We'll just do 5 then, because
Okay.
we'll do 5. All right. So, option 1, we got. So we're out of the order. Did we say the Oregon game? We did the under
Yeah.
57.5.
Yeah.
Under 57.5. Texas, Miami, Ohio. We didn't do that. Didn't do that. We did Western Kentucky plus 11.5. Tulane to win. Boise to win. We had the over. Yeah, we can do it
I
like that.
mean, we could add that Penn State plus 10.5.
Yeah, they're not losing by 10.5.
No.
That'd be 6 right there. But boy, I don't like doing that, bro. I don't like having an under because if you pick Penn State and they down by fucking 11 and you got under 50 and you need them to score, so if they score, you're gonna cook your ticket either way. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yeah.
If they're
Yeah.
down by, if they're down by 11 and they already got 42, 43 points or 44 points and they score a touchdown, it's going over, even though Penn State didn't lose by 11. So I've been part of
Yeah.
that
You're
shit.
right. You're right. You're right.
So that's why I don't the over. I'm cool with if it was over, then yeah, because like you can just score all you want. I just need the other team to keep scoring.
Who do we choose over on? Over
Boise.
42.
No, we did over 50. Boise and UNLV, and Boise
Yeah.
plus 3.5. That would be 5. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the one I would be cool with doing doubling up like that.
Yeah,
That's the
the
one I'd be
Boise.
cool with.
Yeah, because I know that Boise's not going out.
No.
In a low scoring game.
Mm-mm.
No way. All right. So that's the 6 right there. That would be Tulane plus 1.5, Texas plus 4.5, under 57.5 for Penn State, Oregon, Boise plus 3.5, Western Kentucky plus 11.5, over 50.5 for the Boise and UNLV game.
Mm-hmm.
That 7.5 would be on FanDuel. That would be Tulane plus 2, Texas plus 5, under 58. Boise plus 4, Western Kentucky plus 12, over 50. Or you think that half point don't matter?
Yeah.
Okay, just do 7 then.
Yeah.
Well, it got to be over. If we do 7, it got to be 51. They got to score 51 points.
For Boise State and UNLV?
What they scored the last time? 20.
53.
53. Oh, they're scoring on it. I'm not worried about that. They'll score more than that. All right, so I'll screenshot that. That's 7 points. All right, so now option 2 cannot have Boise State in. It cannot have Boise State in the over in it. It cannot have the same teams that we just used.
All right.
So option 2 would be what?
We were very comfortable with the Oregon and Penn State going the
So which one?
Was that the under that we was comfortable with?
No, we already took that one.
Okay, so Penn State plus 10.5.
Yeah, Penn State 10.5. Georgia, Texas. So you over 42.5.
Yep.
Man, I think that's gonna be a sweat, Larry. I'm telling you, bro. Texas defense is fucking good, bro. They good, bro. They
And Georgia's offense is ass.
They score 30 a game. I don't know
but
how they
exactly like their offense is ass, but they get the points there somehow.
I don't know. Let me see.
It's like whenever you watching them Duke and UNC basketball games, somehow everybody had their best shooting night in the last 3
facts.
minutes. Flamethrower.
Georgia versus Georgia Tech, 44-42. UMass, 59-21. Tennessee, 31-17. They lost to Mississippi, 10-28. Florida, 34-20. Texas, 30-15. They scored 30 last time. I don't think they scored 30. I'm telling you, bro, I do not think they scored. I think it'll be the other way around. Texas is definitely getting more than 15. I can assure you that shit. So
exactly. I think
remember
Georgia
I told you
can
Georgia started on Texas's side of the field 4 or 5 times. So at the minimum, 3 points. So that's 12 points that they got just starting on that side of the field. So can they drive? Carson Beck be turning that bitch over. So Texas,
they do. They got both sides got too many athletes to not be able to get to the red zone at least 5 times a piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna say to the red zone. Get inside the 35 5 times a piece.
Texas A&M versus Texas was 17-7. And Texas A&M failed in the red zone. They got stopped on the 1, threw a pick in the red zone that they had a good drive that they should have scored. They should have 14 offensive points. They got a pick 6. That would have been 21. So they only got 14 out of Texas A&M, and Texas A&M was putting up 30 a game at home. So 14 from them. Kentucky only scored 14. Arkansas only scored 10. Florida only scored 17. Vanderbilt scored 24. Georgia had 30. Oklahoma only got 3. Mississippi State only got 13. UNMLA only got 3. Michigan got 12.
So would you be comfortable saying Georgia's going to score between 14 and 17 points?
Man, this is a head scratcher because it's like Georgia, I don't know how the fuck they get 30, but they be getting it. But man, I know for a fact, I would bet on that. Texas is getting 24 points. Bare minimum on Georgia. They're getting 24.
And so you need 18.
So you need
from Georgia.
Georgia to get 17. Texas is getting 24 points. I don't know how they're going to get it. That's 41. It's 41. So I think Texas scoring 30. I don't think it's a stretch, but that'll be a sweat. 27. So can Georgia score 24 points without getting a short field?
No, but I don't think it's going to be the case. I think they'll get a short field once. I just think that they'll get 17 points, and I think Texas will take care of the rest. Like, we're not about to watch a defensive highlight reel.
I don't know, bruh.
You think there'll be a defensive highlight reel?
Bruh, I don't think Georgia is going to be able to fucking score on Texas, bruh. I really don't think so. Because they couldn't fucking score on Georgia Tech into the second half. Then that shit's not going to work. That second half shit, that's not going to work against Texas. If you're down, you're staying down. This game, you're staying down. Let me look at the halftime score of the Georgia.
I was about to say, what do you think the halftime score going to be?
And they're not running the ball. So, I mean, they probably will because they're throwing the ball 35 plus times. That could be I would take that on a prize book. I would take Carson Beck for attempts. He's throwing the ball a million times in this game because they're not running the ball on. It was 17-0 against Georgia Tech. They scored 6-21. So they scored 27 points in the second half.
Yeah, they can't do that against Texas. They scored a lot of points against Alabama in the second half, too.
Yeah, they're not doing that shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro, they're not doing that shit.
Bama defense is not Bama defense this year.
They're not doing that shit. 2023 SEC Championship game. This is the one where I'm just like, what was the score? So the Georgia versus Alabama last was 27-24 in the SEC Championship game. That's 51, but man.
Carson Beck had some dogs to get
Brock
the ball
Bowers
to.
and Mike McLaughlin, and they still lost.
Ladd, yep.
He don't have none of that this year.
Okay, so let's not. So we can do.
Georgia scored 17 points in the second half.
What's the under? What's the under that we could do?
The under would be 56.5.
That sounds like that might be it then, huh?
56.5. What was the SEC championship game last year? Ooh, 27-24. The only thing is, I got Texas for 24. So 24 minus 50. What was it? 50, I said 56.
56 and a half.
Oh,
Georgia's not. Yeah.
No fucking 32.
Even if Texas scored 30, I don't see Georgia being able to score 27 to bust that.
No fucking.
Georgia can't score.
They can't score. I would take the under in the game.
I'll take the under.
The only flip side is that how fresh is Texas's defense? I mean Georgia's defense after playing 4 overtimes. So it's do you think Texas is going down there scoring on their opening drive? If
yes.
they score,
however, I don't think that they can like. You get basically saying that Texas is gonna have to score 35 points.
They don't want to. They don't care to do that.
You think Texas? Exactly. I think Texas would want to beat the fuck out of them like that, but I think that it's not going to be a 35-24 game.
What was the? I'm gonna tell you what these two teams are comfortable of, because I remember the 2002 national championship game. It was 33-18
which is
Yeah.
51 points.
I'm telling you, that shit good. And they only got that. I remember I had the under on the game, and the fuck nigga Gringo got a pick 6, and it took the shit over 50. I had it under 50 and a half, and it took the shit to 51.
Wait, timeout. You said 2002?
Yeah,
You was betting in 2002?
no, 22.
I'm like, I don't know what game you're looking up. Like, this is before Reggie Bush. Like
2022.
Oh,
My bad.
Oh,
The Georgia Alabama.
You should have bought a
game.
Bitcoin.
The Georgia Alabama game.
Yeah.
It was 33 minus. It was 26-18 with like 2 minutes left. That's 44. I had under 50, and the nigga Gringo pick 6 over 51. So, and they scored 33 points. So I'm going under that game. They're not. I'm telling you, bro. They're not. It's not gonna happen.
I'm comfortable with the under on that.
Right,
I don't see this being that type of shootout.
I'll know by the first half. Next up, so that's 2. I mean, our options are slim. We got SMU. I mean, we could go SMU on this one because it's not.
I like SMU.
So, do you think Clemson just physically imposes their will on SMU?
No.
What can Clemson do that SMU can't stop? I mean, run the ball. That's about it. Cade Klubnik.
But I said, what do you think of Cade Klubnik?
I mean, he's going to be the only player that's going to get off if he does. If they do win, it's going to have to be him. It won't be the there. Does Clemson? Do you feel like Clemson has a advantage on the outsides over SMU? Like if you watch their practice, like their skill position were doing 1-on-1s, and they took the helmets off, you're like, oh, that's Clemson and that's SMU.
No. I think skill positions is very hard to have an advantage in those.
Yeah, everybody's good.
Everybody's good, and this is Texas.
So that comes down to the trench works then.
Yeah.
So
I think SMU got enough money to have a good line.
Bro, I watched Clemson I've never seen Louisville, the run scheme that they ran, bro. I've never seen no type of just cut block and Clemson just act like they were a fucking deer in headlights. Like nobody knew how to do Pop Warner shit. Shed. Like I don't.
The hands down.
I was like, yo, what are we doing? Are we making adjustments? Like, I don't know about the over under on that game. I couldn't tell you. I know SMU is going to score 21 for sure.
Yep.
Marshall, Louisiana. Don't know.
This is a weird time we got to talk about those types of games.
Yeah, I mean, Marshall's pretty good. I would name just 5.5. I would just take everybody with the points, honestly. I would just do Marshall plus 12.5. Like, you're in a conference championship game, bro.
You should not be getting beat by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you shouldn't getting beat by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I almost forgot. Ship. I forgot I was going to show you the new merch.
What you got? Yeah. Oh, my God. What the fuck is that you got, Larry?
Get my socks. Man. Hold on. Let me turn my camera around. Hold on. Figure out how to turn this. Man.
This nigga got prime socks.
The I'm him socks. The Travis Hunter socks, baby.
Prime.
I'm him, baby.
He is him. The Heisman.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, you should have your money real soon.
I had to pay him back for it, you know what I'm saying? I know he got NIL, you know, I'm going to have to look out.
You'll get that real soon. Well, that's 3, Larry. I mean, I'm just going – who did you say Iowa?
Iowa State and Arizona State.
It would be Iowa State plus 9.5 or Arizona plus 5.5.
Iowa State plus 9.5.
Yeah.
I don't think they're getting whacked.
Okay.
They
Well,
defense too good to get waxed.
are we taking Army in anything? Army plus 12.5.
How they defense? Man?
Bro, North Texas pissed me the fuck off. That was the first game I watched.
Oh yeah,
They got to the
because they
red zone.
could have put up a bunch.
They got to the red zone 100 times and fumbled and threw the picks. I mean, Army's defense ain't nobody be like, nah, they can't. Nah, Tulane is going to get whatever they feel like it on them.
Well, there it is then. I can't take them points because your
They
defense
gonna
giving
get
shit up,
whatever
and then all you doing is running the ball.
And they mad too. And Tulane
Yeah.
does the same thing. They run the ball too, but they run it and they can pass.
Yeah.
Miami, I don't know. I'll just go 5. Yeah, that's about it. Unless we picked I don't know about the Western Kentucky over under. We'll just do 5 on that ticket right there and call it a wrap. All right, so I'll put those out. There's 5 on that one. 7 teaser. Boom. There it is.
Man. What they need to start doing, man, is having the third and fourth best teams in the conference play each other.
Man,
like a consolation. No, I know you don't want to see it, but for the playoff purposes, that'd be cool.
For them to go? No, they answer.
Just for more jockeying for seeding.
Oh. They'll have to cut the season shorter then. It wouldn't be like it wouldn't be a 12 games. The shit would be what they need to fucking stop doing is niggas need to stop playing and Mercer and like if you're gonna keep talking about strength of schedule, you need to make it need to be a baseline.
Yeah.
That the SEC has to play the Big 12. Every conference has to play 2 teams from every conference or something.
The SEC need to stop playing that weak ass team in their last or second last game. Like that is so weird. Like why did you play at Mercer in week 12?
Yeah.
Like, but I think the answer would just be kind of not having 2 bye weeks.
I guess
everybody gets 2 byes.
Yeah, everybody gets 2 byes. I think because they added so many games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that first game it need to be like basketball or the tournament. It need to be SEC versus the Big 10. ACC versus the Big 12, and then the week after that, it needs to be the fucking SEC versus the ACC and the Big 12 versus the Big 10. Hell, half the Big 10 schools used to be in the Big 12 or whatever the fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, you know what I would rather see? You play your little 2 shitty games first, and then that third game, you play ACC, play Big 12, or whatever. You got to play another Power 4 conference. That third game, because by that third game, you can't just say, oh, it was their first game. You know what I'm saying?
How about we just have it like the basketball? We just have an in-season tournament. 2 games or whatever. Just put the niggas that you're supposed to play, the good teams, put them together. So now we're not talking about the strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Neutral field. Because the SEC, and I fuck with the SEC, but they got to stop with this fucking.
The SEC, people been talking to SEC, Chief Keef and Fake, all this shit. SEC, the king world beaters. They were not that last week.
They weren't that.
And this is November.
They weren't that like the couple last week. There's only 3 good teams in the SEC.
Georgia Tech showed up and showed out. Then you had Clemson, South Carolina. You had what other team was it? Who else? What other SEC team play out of the conference?
Beat the draws off of Kentucky.
Kentucky was a respectable team this year because
they beat the pants off of them.
Did who else played?
Clemson, South Carolina, but Clemson always plays them. It's the whole year. Oklahoma was terrible. So then when they beat somebody that they're not supposed to in the SEC, it's oh my gosh, like no, bro, like it's because all the teams are damn near the same. It's just when you catch them on different, like if you catch them on the home, away, Ole Miss, they about to get the death penalty because that was just ridiculous. But all that money and you lose to at home,
They gonna bring that big check out there at halftime like they did with
They're
my boy
done.
Texas A&M.
They're done. And
They
then
brought a check
Miami
out at halftime to say, "Here you go, you out of here." Like that's crazy. That's still the most boss
and
move ever.
Miami's not getting in because of their defense.
No, yeah, Miami's defense is terrible. Miami has
Terrible
the worst defense I saw like in a minute at
in a
that
minute.
level of football. Like for
Yeah,
a team with that record, for a non-win team, that's the worst defense I've ever seen.
ever seen. That defense is worse than Colorado's last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm telling
yeah.
you, it's worse. I'm watching. They can't stop nobody, and it's like your quarterback is guaranteeing you 40 points, 40, and you can't even get 2 stops. They're bad. That's why they're not going. We
You know
told
what
Josh,
Josh would say, we will get a stop.
hey, stop. Larry said, well, I know you can fucking score. Stop somebody.
Yeah, it's awesome. Miami box. Who cares, bro?
Because we know the other team is going down and scoring on you.
Watch this.
Because the Duke game was close and it just got out of hand with turnovers like the last
Yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah, Duke
Um,
just yeah.
5 weeks in a row. I mean, Wake played them close at first and they just turned up on them. They're just better than Wake. Duke should have beat them, but they turned the ball over like 5 times in 2 minutes.
If Miami don't get a hell of a quarterback in the portal and some defense, they
You
not
can't
gonna be
fix that
good.
shit. You can't fix that shit in a year. I ain't lying to you. And they got some studs. I don't know what. I don't know if it's lack of effort. I don't know what. I don't know.
I think it's I'm gonna be real with you. I think I know exactly what it is. And I think when I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It is having money in Miami.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about tackling? Who gives a fuck?
Did you see the who was waiting on me after the game? Did you see who was at the club with
That's what I
my
said.
Texas?
Lack of
Like,
fucking effort. They don't give a shit.
bro,
Um.
imagine it's hard for professional athletes to focus in Miami.
So do you think? So who? So you think Alabama's getting in?
I don't want to see Alabama get in because I don't think they deserve it necessarily this year.
So who would be the
Um,
12th team?
I honestly would prefer to see South Carolina end over them, but that's not gonna happen
They ain't getting in. I'm
because
telling
they
you that.
beat them.
That shit is. That shit is.
They beat them.
It's either going to be them or Miami.
Yeah, you're right. And Miami is not getting in, so I think Alabama would beat Miami.
For sure, because they can run the ball on them, and they'll get more stops than Miami will get stops on them.
Yeah, and they also got their defensive lineman a little bit faster than what Cam Ward and played against. Because his
Yeah,
offensive line is really good, but when he has to get out of there, he
yeah,
does a
but
good
Cam
job
Ward be
because of
throwing the ball
guys
across the
can't move.
field on some stupid
And
shit.
Cam Ward is good for 2 what the hells a game.
What
So
the hell's? What the fuck
and
are you doing?
right, and so people be like, "Oh, he better than Shador." You know, like okay, he plays really well, but professional football is about anything professional is about consistency. What can you wake up and do every single day, every single play? And he just
I think Cam Ward's more comparable to Caleb Williams in the league right now because he be doing some what the hell's, taking sacks or throwing the shit across the field. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like running
I don't think
around.
Cam Ward that loose with it. I just think Cam Ward is like you in the game, like all NFL games are close, and you in a close game, and then it's 2nd and 10, and he just throw a pick across the
Yeah,
field. You'd be like I don't think he's gonna get in trouble like trying to do too much. I think he's
yeah,
smart enough to know when to hold him, when to fold him, but
yeah,
you can't just fuck up. You can't have one fuck up in a bad time.
yeah. All right, well, I think so. So who's your teams that's getting in? That's not mainstream. Like with everybody, you got to pick two changes to every general public's bracket.
The
One to
general
two.
public is
So
okay.
general public would
So
be Oregon 1, Texas 2, Boise 3,
Penn State 5.
and so those three. So that's the general consensus on every bracket. So Make your bracket based on changing those three.
SMU gets in.
Okay. I agree there.
They're gonna put Alabama in this shit. It's gonna happen. I think Penn State should be the 5, but I think they're gonna end up putting the SEC team at 5.
No, sir. They're gonna put
You
Ohio
don't think
State.
so? Oh, yeah.
Because Ohio State beat Penn State.
Beat Penn State. You're right. So that means Penn State gonna be supposed to be 6. I think they're gonna slide Georgia in there at 6 instead of Penn State, which would be foolish. Actually, no, they can't do that because Georgia's gonna have way too many losses.
They're gonna have 3.
Yeah. So Penn State will be 6. Georgia will be 7. I don't know, man. I like this. I like having so many teams with opportunity to play.
Yeah.
I think people are like, choosing to get upset about, who's gonna be the 11th and 12th teams. I think that takes away from just being excited for the fact that there's 12 teams or at least 10 teams who should have opportunity to play for something that actually does, So I like the pros more than the cons about the playoffs in general.
So who's your number 1 overall pick? Number 1 overall seed?
It has to be Oregon because they're going to go in undefeated.
Okay, so Oregon 1. Who's your 2?
It's going to be Texas.
Okay, who's
they're
your
going to win.
So right now, Boise would be in the 3.
SMU is going to be 3.
That's what I said with it. So who? But so that means Boise is going to be 4 then.
Yeah, and so that means the Big 12 team that gets in will not get a bye, and they will not get an automatic top 4. Yeah, they're gonna be the 12th seed.
All right, so you got it's either Clemson's going to be the 12th seed if they beat SMU. Clemson's got too many fucking. They got 3 losses. They're not getting.
Clemson's not getting in the. They're not getting in the dance.
If they beat SMU, is what I'm saying.
They're not gonna beat SMU.
All right, so I don't think so either. But I think they'll play them tough.
Did you watch the Pony Express documentary?
Yeah, they're not.
You know how long they've been waiting to be good again? Then they're gonna foul it up.
So who's your 4? So Boise's your 4?
Yep.
So who's your 5?
Ohio State.
Okay, 6.
Penn State.
So Penn State. Okay. Who's your 7?
I would have to go with. I want to say Georgia, but it would look weird to have a team because they're gonna have what? How many losses then?
3.
3. Okay, we can go with Georgia at 7.
So who's 8?
What other SEC
Notre
team
Dame out there? You still got Tennessee. You still got Indiana, 1 loss. 2 lost Tennessee, 1 lost Notre Dame.
They can't put all of the 4. They can't put all 4 Big Ten teams before they put 2 SEC teams in there. They cannot do that. And so, you know what I actually think would happen?
What's that?
I think Indiana might be right behind Ohio State instead of Penn State because with another loss, they're in the conference championship game. You're right.
So they're not going to do that.
Damn, this is hard.
So I think as I say, it's well, I was looking at everybody else's and they were saying that Notre Dame is going to be a 5 seed or something like that.
Way.
Top. They're ranked top 4 right now. So there'll be a 5 seed. So
if they put Notre Dame ahead of Ohio State,
no, they're
then
not
Jay
putting
Frank needs to have his show where he just talk about going
it.
Notre Dame
Bags.
rent.
All right.
So I can see Notre Dame would be sick because they won't go to Ohio. They won't go two Big Tens back to
No,
back
I
like
think
that.
Notre Dame
So
will be I think Notre Dame will be the 7th seed.
who do you think will be 6?
So Ohio State's going to be 5.
Mm-hmm.
6 is going to be Penn State. 7 is going to
7
be
Notre Dame.
Dame. 8 will be
Georgia.
no, sir. Indiana.
Bro, you realize you just put 4 Big Ten teams before you put
3
2 SEC teams in
losses,
there.
1 loss.
Okay, but in football, what the natural person would think before this year,
3
they
losses.
would think that the SEC is better than the Big Ten.
It might, but I
And those
mean,
two are the best 2 conferences, right? And so I don't think that the committee is going to say, "Oh, we got 4 Big Ten teams that are better than all but one of the SEC teams."
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't see that happening.
Let me see. Let's see my boy Joe Scott. Well, once we finish this, then we'll log off. But boy, it's a lot of football to be played tomorrow, and I really think
They're gonna say we cannot. Georgia might end up being a 6 seed because they're gonna say we cannot punish people for losing a conference championship game.
yeah, but
Watch them.
goddamn, them niggas got 3 losses. Goddamn it.
Yeah, they're gonna say the conference championship one don't count, so it's just 2.
So, okay, so I can agree with you. Okay, so Georgia will be 7. Georgia will be 7. Well, bro, I think Notre Dame gonna be a 5 seed. I'm telling you, bro. They got 1 loss, and Ohio State didn't play in the conference championship. Penn State's got 2 losses. Notre Dame's ranked higher than them right now. So Joe Klatt's got them at 5, and I can see that. They only
Ohio
have 1
State
loss,
played 2 top 5 teams,
and they lost to Michigan.
but they played 2 top 5 teams and won one of those games and lost the
All
other
right, so
one on
okay,
a
I'll
fluke.
give you that. All right, so Ohio State 5. 6 will be
Notre Dame.
okay, Notre Dame. So they get
7 will be Georgia.
7. I agree with that. Yes, 7 will be Georgia. 8 will be
Penn State.
8. 9 will be.
Indiana.
It's either going to be Indiana or Tennessee.
Indiana.
So
10 will be Tennessee. They got to go back to back.
So it'd be, and then 11 is Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
and then 12 is, no. So who's going to be 12? Alabama.
Yeah, who's gonna be 11 then?
Because
Who
SMU,
we
we didn't
missing?
put
We missing somebody. Did we put
SMU.
SMU in there?
No, we didn't put them in there anywhere. 1. So 1 is Oregon. 2 is Texas. 3 is SMU. 4 would be Boise. 5 is Ohio State.
Oh, tripping. Arizona State or Iowa State, whoever wins that game.
Them niggas going to 12.
So Alabama will be 11 then, and then that champion will be 12.
So ass.
So we got Texas. We got Oregon,
1.
Texas, SMU, Boise, Ohio State,
8,
Notre Dame,
6,
Georgia,
7,
Penn State,
8.
Do we say
9 is 9 Indiana.
Indiana, yeah. 10
All right,
Tennessee, 11 Alabama and 12 Arizona/Iowa State. But I think it's going to be Arizona
So
State.
Alabama 11.
Yep.
All right, so that would be so Notre Dame is the 6th seed. So it'd be Alabama versus Notre Dame at home. That'd be Georgia versus Tennessee. That'd be Penn State versus Indiana. And that would be Notre Dame versus Arizona State.
Wait, you said Notre Dame versus Arizona State?
Ohio State versus Arizona
Ohio
State.
State versus okay, yeah. That's crazy. I wish they had it to where they mix it up to where you're not playing your conference opponent
Oh
that
no,
first round.
I think that's what they're going to do.
But
I think that's what they're going to do to eliminate the Big 12 and the Big 10 and the Big 12. I mean the SEC. I think they're going to have them niggas play in the first round. Y'all knock each other out, so we don't have
that's
fucking
smart.
a whole goddamn.
Yeah, because I think it's this first year you
Notre Dame
can't
is
just
not going to a 12 seed, bro. Stop it.
who said that?
You know
Jalen?
who said it. Yeah. He said they're not going to. So you're telling me that Arizona State is better than fucking Notre Dame? No. He needs to stop it. Boise's not better than Notre Dame. Boise, like Josh Pate said, Boise you shouldn't have to play a minimal baseline of a schedule. You about to get blocked for saying stupid shit like that. They're not better than Notre Dame.
I'm gonna be real. I think that if Boise State could have had like a week 5, week 6 Ashton Genty, I think by that time, bro, the wheels gonna have, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna have much tread on them left by the
Yeah.
time they get in the playoffs, bro. Like, could you imagine relying on a bell cow back like that deep into the playoffs? When you got to play against, let's say you play against Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State 3 rounds in a row, like
every week.
Ugh.
So, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think so. What's going to be the shocker before we log? Who's going to be the shocker of the conference championship this week?
Who you think?
Penn State.
I go with that.
I'm telling you, bro.
I respect Dan Lanning, but man, I don't like him that much. But
nah,
yeah,
UNLV so not beating Boise. Damn, that's too obvious.
Yeah,
and it's on Friday because if UNLV beats Boise on Friday, I mean, you might as well not even play the conference championship games. It's only going to be 2 that matter. It'd be the ACC and the Big 12 is just fighting for. That's why they got the ACC championship last, bro. Because whoever wins the Big 12, they're going to be watching the ACC championship. They know that they're in the 12 seed. Boise wins. The bracket is it's going to be all eyes on the ACC championship because Texas is not dropping out, Georgia's not dropping out, SMU's not dropping out. I mean, so if you go from top to bottom, Oregon's not dropping out, Penn State's not dropping out. Who else got a championship game? Texas is not dropping out. Georgia's not. That's 4 teams that's not dropping out. Indiana's not dropping out. They don't have no championship game. Tennessee's not dropping out. Notre Dame's not dropping out.
Ohio State's
not dropping out. So how many is that? That's 5. That's 9 teams. Then you got your big, and Boise wins. That's 10. So you got your fucking Big 12, and you got your ACC.
Big 11 and 12.
11 and 12. That's 11, 12, and 3. SMU will be 3 if they win. If they lose, that's where it's going to get tricky.
If they lose, they'll fall to.
That's the key. That's going to be
11. They'll fall to 11.
They better not kick them niggas out. Then that means Bama's going to 12. So no. So if they lose, then where's the Big 12 going?
Bama might be sitting at home. They might be the biggest SMU fans of the century.
They not, but they're gonna put them niggas in, bro. They're gonna put them in. They're gonna put them in. They're gonna put them in over SMU. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because SMU still on punishment. even though it's been 30 years.
They're gonna put him in. So exactly. So okay, so if you're looking at a narrative, if you're looking at a narrative and to shake shit up to cause mass chaos,
SMU
it's the
loses.
ACC. It's the if you're watching, you turn on your TV, what is going to be playing? Massive implications of the ACC. So that means the Big 12 champion has already been decided. That means there's no. It doesn't matter if Oregon or Penn State lose. It doesn't matter. They're going to either be the 1 or the 5,
And that
6,
means
7.
Boise State won. Ooh, let me do
So
that.
the two craziest games are going to be tomorrow and Saturday.
Yep.
So if UNLV, so Larry, if UNLV wins, does SMU win? So who wins that game if UNLV wins? Because UNLV's going then.
Yeah. Ooh,
And
that'll
they're
be
100%
ugly.
getting the fucking 12 seed.
Yeah, they definitely getting the 12 seed. That's a great question.
That put and so what's going to happen is if Boise loses, UNLV's going. They're getting 12 seed. Clemson wins. What seed are they fucking getting?
They might give them 11 just to be nice.
So
Maybe.
So who's the 3?
Damn. That's ugly.
That's ugly.
If UNLV and Clemson win,
yes,
Clemson gets the 3. Clemson gets the 3, Arizona State gets the 4, and then UNLV's 12.
That is fucking. I'm telling you, bro. Something like that gonna happen. UNLV won't get in if they win. Jalen, you just be ranting. You look at the bracket, bro. Bro, a G5 has to go. They are guaranteed one spot. One spot. It just so happened that Boise is so good, so they're taking up a fucking 4 seed.
And it's not gonna be Tulane.
And it ain't going. They got 3 losses, so it ain't gonna be Tulane. It'll be UNLV or fucking Boise. The winner of them goes to the playoffs. The winner of them decides whether it's going to be a 4 seed or a 12 seed.
Yeah, because we're not even going to discuss like a Marshall or Western Kentucky.
No.
Like, there's no chance.
There's no chance. So, if you're a committee, who are you rooting for on tomorrow, Friday?
Boise State, first and foremost.
You facts.
Boise State.
Niggas is not trying to put UNLV in the playoffs.
Because it's like you also not trying to fuck around and put Clemson at a 3 or, by chance or something like that. You got this man who just stands against the portal.
So, Larry, you're going to have to pick one. You're going to have to pick one. What's chaos scenario? Because it ain't going to go perfect. It ain't going to go Boise, SMU. It's got to be it's either going to be Clemson or UNLV is the one that they would be like, oh, fuck that. We'll take this one over this.
I could see Clemson winning before I could see UNLV winning.
Yeah, there we go.
Anybody trying to watch – they're not trying to watch an offense that originated at Howard University called Go-Go offense.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Just food for thought. If fucking UNLV wins, whoever that 4 seed is, they sitting pretty because you got to think. You playing the 5 plays the 12. Oh, no, the fuck you're not, because that's Ohio State at that 5 seed. Ohio State is blitzing UNLV.
UNLV.
I'm telling you that right now. And then they
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
And then they got to go play Clemson. They're going to blitz Clemson. So, I think it's going to go the way we think it is. Boys are going to win. SMU's going to win. Because nobody wants to fucking see. Because that SMU goes. So SMU would probably go to 3. Boise would go to 4. So Boise would play Ohio State or 5th seed. Because nobody wants to see that fucking 5 versus 12, bro. That 12 seed with UNLV is going to look nasty. Nasty.
Yeah.
But
Ohio
yeah, I
State
was
is ready to play Arizona State or Iowa State. They're not trying to play no damn Alabama or no
no.
UNL. UNLV would be cool for them, but
Listen, they're not playing them niggas. UNLV. I would not be surprised if flags start magically falling from the sky that Boise game.
mhm.
They magically start fucking falling. But should I holler at you, Larry?
I don't.
All right.